Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you.
Endsars promoters demand for justice, good governance, legitimate, says UN. My dear, hello everyone. How are you today? A very warm big thank you to you. Thank you so much. Oh, God bless you. Please don't forget to give us thumbs up and subscribe if this is your first time. My dear, Nigeria government is chasing the very people who they are not supposed to be chasing. Not if they carry this same effort and go to the northern part of Nigeria, Nigeria would have been a better place today, would have been experiencing a more peaceful environment where over 13 million children have been out of school in the last 10 years. What is that saying to you? Is that not a ticking time? Something ready to explode any moment? You see, Nigerian government was exposed by the UAE, United Arab Nations, for sponsoring, not just Nigerian government, not just Buhari, CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria. What have they been doing? These people have been allowing, some persons to sponsor the B-boys in Nigeria. These are people that have been sponsoring the B-boys. They are happy when they hear that this one has happened. They've taken over 100 villages. They are happy because they are doing religious cleansing. They are doing what they have an agenda of what they are doing. You see, so, this is what is happening in real life currently now as we speak. UN is saying, the United Nations says those that sponsors Endsars are carrying out a legit business. They are carrying out a very legit. Let's get on to the news and get all the details. Endsars protesters demand for justice, good governance, legitimate, says UN. Commend federal government quick response to demand, urge government to facilitate security sector, address concerns. Buhari was said to say these are the things he has done. The United Nations UN yesterday reiterated its support for the Endsars protesters' agitation for social justice and good governance, describing the peaceful campaign which later snowballed into violence when hoodlums hijacked it and looted and turned public and private assets into police stations into a place of massive violence. However, agents and personnel from the UN says they back up what the youths were doing. Against the backdrop of the violence disrupted by the Endsars peaceful protests, President Buhari yesterday told the youth who campaigned the Endsars demonstration that it is in his interest to keep the peace of the nation. Answering questions from State House reporters after leading a UN delegation to a meeting with Buhari's Deputy Secretary General of the UN, Ms. Amina Mohammed, said such agitation must, however, be pursued peacefully. Mohammed, Nigeria's former Minister of Environment, added that both the UN Secretary General, Mr. Anthony, and the entire organization were alarmed by the weight of the protesters and consequent level of destruction. She said the UN supported Nigeria's government efforts to meet the demands of the youth, adding that the reform of the security sector has sparked the unrest that has become and has led to a lot of violence. Mohammed also said the global body launched what she described as the UN Plus off yesterday to support Nigerian economic stability plan the next 2 years. She said, we did race and racing against time. While we were with Mr. President, the issues around the recent challenges of Endsars protesters, what happened in the country, was our most important topic. It was, of course, one that alarmed the security general, and we all, of course, support the country in trying to back down the track. Young people and their demand for social justice, governance, and all legitimate ones must be done legitimately and must be done peacefully. But we were all disturbed by the damage level, loss of life, and contribution to lawlessness in our society. With those families who suffered the loss, we were sympathetic. Today, we are in one which we encourage efforts that are being made by the government to put in place processes ongoing to meet the demands that the youth have put in place. It started on the journey of reform that they needed the security sector to be reformed, but it later happened to what it is today we are all aware of. Mohammed said the UN looks forward to a continuous partnership with the government of Nigeria. We are happy today to launch the UN Plus office, which has to do against again with supporting economic stability plan over the next 2 years so that we can respond a little bit better, she said. Mohammed also spoke on the Lekki shooting on October 20th, saying the position of the UN remained as earlier expressed as that everyone deserves the right to engage in a peaceful protest. According to her, the government has a social contract with the people and hence the latter has the right to express themselves. She, however, lamented the loss of lives during the protest, noting that the government needs to draw certain lessons from the episode in which had just happened to our very dear country. She conversed the need to engage the youth and restore confidence in them, adding that the issues generated by the protesters must be addressed by the government. She said the UN is clear, like the UN Secretary General had said in his speech. We believe everyone has a right to demonstrate peacefully for those issues that are most prominent in their heart to raise for the government to have a look. There is a social contract in place between the government and the people, and it is important to have the freedom of speech provided it is done peacefully. I think in the case which we have had that lives and property were lost, it is unfortunate, and we believe that in addressing the demands that were made by the young people, this is a lesson we must take into the future and know how to engage much better. She said that the lots of protests around the world that have been extravagant, some concerning the very COVID-19, the UN have not seen government turn around in response so quickly like the Nigerian government did in less than a period of time. So the UN says the response time for the Nigerian government to speak about police brutality to reform it was on point. They are deceiving themselves, bottom line, okay? They are deceiving themselves. And this UN, when you come, stop going to meet Buhari. He won't tell you anything. Buhari was not even there. He sent one lady, one of the former minister of environment, to go and speak to the UN person and take her around. My dear, leave us a comment. It's all a scam. God bless you. Bye for now.